Because some of us use foul language every single minute of the day. I know somebody that only 2 words get changed in his sentence every time he talks. He's in a barbershop right down on 8th Avenue. And now what happens is that you know, and this is sad for me to say this. I didn't like the start of the guy. I don't like how he gets down. I don't like people who show disrespect to children. As many of you know in here who've been here, I'm a strong advocate for children. You see? I am. For young people, period. I don't like people my age, a little younger and a little bit older. I don't. Can't stand them. Too grown. Too big for your britches. I like the young people because of the energy. And that's a chance to help grow their minds. You know what I'm saying? Like you do with your son. You do, and everybody, those of you who do it, they have with their children. I just said that to them, but I know them now. And this guy, you know, he put a bad taste in my mouth every time I see him. And for me, as a person who, you know, and I tell you, you know, I don't like to get into religious talk or whatever the case is, but for me, in my religiosity, I say, you know, I try not to engage brothers and sisters like that. Like I know that my brothers are not the enemies out there. You are not my enemy. See? But I look at this guy and I really want to read him his rights every time I see him. You know, and I got a chance to engage with him. And let me tell you something. When I was in the barbershop the other day, I have my son in there. And my son is 6 years old. And I don't care where I am. I have to tell you this. If those of you who know somebody in here that got a barbershop, he was saying that my son Junebug got his shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now that if you are kind of person that fights a person on doing the right thing. For instance, if I bring my child into a barbershop and there are men in there cursing at every word, either I'm not going to patronize that shop, or if I have to be there, if my barber's in there, and if my barber doesn't say anything, which he's conscious, then I'm going to say something, if I have to be there. But I would change barbers. I would take that money out of his pocket. Now, in this case, this barber's right on my block. I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to confront him. One of the things it's not about bravado. It's about having the courage to deal with whatever it is that comes back. As I always say to you guys in here, you know, you have to understand it because no one in here is going to live forever. Everybody that you buried, unfortunately, and I'm sorry if you had to, they have not come back. That's not going to happen. But since I know that, you can only kill me one time. And it's done. I know this. In my head, in my scope, Mr. Polite knows that I'm going to die. As I was born, I'm going to die. You can't scare me with terror tactics and things like that. I'm shielded from that kind of stuff. Bullets don't bounce off of me, but those idealisms do. So me saying that, I have the courage to say what I need to say, whether you like it or not. That ain't for me. I'm not saying it to see if you like it or not. I'm saying it because it's the
right thing to do.
That's the word. The right thing to do. And the gentleman, you know, and I really wanted to tell to him the first time when I heard him, and I told my partner, who's the boss, I said, listen, man, I'm going to get you, man. I don't appreciate that, man. Seriously. He said, he really ain't the one that you got to worry about. It's the one in the front. I said, nonetheless, I know him from another shop. So he was on my hit list already, which is wrong for me to be like that way. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm carrying on nonsense that I shouldn't. I came to that realization the other day. And the other day when we were in there, the day before yesterday, I sat there and he started talking. And he sees me, he sees me all the time. Like, you know, we play car solution, if that's a word. You know, like the barbers will park all the cars in the place. And like when I'm finally coming in for the evening or if I'm coming in the afternoon, I come in so many different times, it's ridiculous. So we playing car solution. So I gotta either wait for a space or they gotta wait for me so they can park in front of the shop, they can put the fly rods in front of the shop so the girls can see them and all of that. So we play this game. So he knows who I am. So now he knows I get my hair cut by his man in the shop. So now we're in there having a conversation. I'm telling you this for a reason, it's relevant. we're sitting there and talking, and he's making eye contact with me, and he sees the kid, you know. So I'm sitting there just looking at everything taking place. And then after, you know how it is like being in a buffet?
Yes.
And you know, you just can't help yourself. You see so much food, you just gorge yourself into the food. You're like, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know where Band is and that other place on 129th Street, Lenox Avenue. That new spot, it's a new spot over there for those of you who don't know. I'm sure you're gonna run over there. Right on Lenox Avenue on the downtown side. You go right in, just so much food, you just, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with me, I just have to spit it out. I'll sit there because you know I want to give them anyway. I'm testing my psychology right now. I'm like, you know what? It's like one of those things. Let the chips fall where they may. I loaded my clip.